All right, but bet the kids who hacked the CIA.
Almost 75 years. The FBI's top 10 most wanted list has helped bring down some of the nation's most dangerous criminals. As for what makes the list special, it only features criminals that the FBI deems to be especially serious threats to society. And to get on it, you basically have to do something extremely messed up or have a very lengthy record of
Bro, what if one of the FBI 10 most wanted is in this chat just chilling?
major crimes. The story behind the list goes that back in 1949, a reporter asked the FBI to list out the 10 toughest guys that they were trying to catch so they could ask the public for help. After obtaining the list, the reporter published the criminals' pictures on the front page of the Washington Daily News.
I'd fuck with
and
that.
The rest is history. Since then, the FBI has been able to catch almost
What's good,
500
Counter?
wanted fugitives thanks to public tips. These are the current criminals on the list.
What? What the fuck did Alejandro do? Alejandro looks so young. Bro, look at Alejandro. He looked like what? 20? He's in his 20s? What? That's crazy. Donald Eugene Fields II. Damn. All right.
Badish Kumar Shetinbai Patel. On April 12, 2015, a CCTV camera captured two Dunkin' Donuts employees, one male and one female, walking towards the shop's back room at around 9:30 p.m. before disappearing from view. A few seconds later, the man comes back into the camera's view, and it seems as if nothing out of the ordinary took place in the minute that went down between the two clips. A few minutes later, customers alerted the police when they didn't see any employees in the shop, and that's when the cops discovered something horrifying. Lying on the floor of the shop's back room was an Indian woman named Palak, lifeless, who had been pummeled to death by the man in the footage. As it was later revealed, the man who took Palak's life was her husband, Badish Kumar. As the authorities later learned, the couple had been through a series of major arguments in the months leading up to that day. According to
killed her
court
in a Dunkin' Donuts freezer?
documents, the two of their visas were about to expire in a few weeks. Palak wanted to go back to India, but Badish Kumar wanted to stay in the US, and it looks like he couldn't find a better way to communicate his frustration with the situation than to brutally take his wife's life. After the crime, Badish Kumar was last seen taking a taxi from a hotel in New Jersey to a
Hey, bro, look. Yo. Hey, bro, look. Chill, bro, chill. He not in my state. He left.
train station in Newark, but
Oh my God, he's in Newark. Oh, he was at Newark Penn Station. Oh, he was at Newark Penn Station. Hey.
what he did after that is really anyone's guess. To bring more attention to a suspect who might otherwise walk away scot-free, the FBI placed him on the most wanted list. As of today, there's a $250,000 reward to bring the suspect into custody, but almost 10 years after the crime, it looks like that won't happen anytime soon.
It's been 10 years? Oh yeah, nah, bro. He got it. Nah, he got away with it. He got away with it. 10 years? Don't you only have 48 hours to find the dude usually? No. You have 48 hours to solve the murder. Right, chat? Usually. If you don't get it within 48 hours, you're kind of cooked.
Alejandro Rosales Castillo. The youngest suspect on the most wanted list, 26-year-old
26, damn.
Alejandro Rosales Castillo, has been on the FBI's radar for more than 8 years. In 2016, he shot his female co-worker Sandy Lee in a wooded area in Cabarrus County, North Carolina.
Damn.
A few days later, the female victim's car was located at a bus station in Phoenix, Arizona. As the authorities later found out, there were multiple people involved in the case, with the main ones being the victim, a woman named Amia Feaster, and Alejandro himself, all of whom worked together at a restaurant in Charlotte.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody just killing women?
The investigation, the cops learned that Sandy Lee and Alejandro had briefly dated, and after their breakup, Castillo started dating his other co-worker, Amia Feaster.
Oh.
According to court documents, Sandy Lee had apparently lent some money to Alejandro, and on August 9th of that year, he texted her to meet up with him at a Quick Trip located on Eastway Drive in Charlotte, claiming that he was going to pay her back. Disturbingly, that's when Castillo decided to rob her at gunpoint, take her life, and flee to Mexico. In an eerie clip of CCTV footage that was later released by the authorities, the suspect can be seen crossing the Mexican border through Nogales, Arizona, along with his girlfriend Amia.
Damn.
A couple of months later that same year, Amia turned herself into the authorities in Mexico and was charged with accessory after the fact of felony murder and larceny of a motor vehicle. Based on her testimony, she and Alejandro had been staying with the killer's cousin. At some point, Castillo had once again disappeared with no explanation, and that's when she decided to turn herself in. As of 2024, the FBI has no further clues that could lead to Castillo's arrest. Right now, all they know is that he's probably still living in Mexico. The last time he was seen, he wore his hair short and shaved on the sides, but that's pretty much all they have to go.
Keeping it in the workplace is crazy. I'm just quitting after that. But I'm surprised this shit don't happen more often, especially with like Amazon.
Go on.
They be fucking
As
in
of
Amazon.
today, there's still a $250,000 reward out for his arrest, but there have been no further updates on his case. Before we move on, I wanted to take some
Sponsor.
Aura.com/chilling scares.
Get paid, bro.
Ruja Ignatova. In 2016, the Bulgarian entrepreneur Ruja Ignatova stepped on stage in a beautiful red dress at the Coin Rush global event in
Oh my god, yo, this reminds me of something. Y'all want to hear something that's kind of sad? Well, it's not really that sad, but it's kind of sad. Like, one of the people that I met when I like first was on Twitch and like first started streaming and everything, I found out that they've completely rebranded, and she just pushes crypto scams all day. That's what she does. She just goes live, pushes crypto scams, and then does whatever. But because like she looks good or whatever, I guess like people just like fall for it, and so like they buy into it, and then she pulls it from them or whatever, and then she dips, bro. It's fucked up. I was following some random person. I was like, bro, I'd never seen this name before. Why am I following them, and why do they follow me? And I looked and I recognized it, and I was like, damn, bro, what happened? But she just pushes crypto scams now.
London to talk about her vision for the future of her crypto company OneCoin. During the presentation, she claimed that in 2 years, everyone would forget about Bitcoin and that OneCoin would dominate the crypto world as
like
the
I
one
know
true
who.
cryptocurrency.
Carpet pulling? I think that's what it's called, Yeezy.
It's hard to imagine that any of her excited, applauding investors knew that they were stepping into what was later described by the New York Times as one of the biggest scams in history. For several years, Ruja, or the crypto queen as she's known nowadays, promised her buyers a 5-fold and even 10-fold return on their investment in OneCoin.
Damn, I never even heard of OneCoin.
Normally, these kinds of claims are an immediate red flag, but because the entire world was scrambling to get on the crypto action, a ton of investors jumped at the opportunity without thinking twice, resulting in a massive OneCoin buying frenzy. Between 2014 and 2016, OneCoin raked in more than $4 billion from unsuspecting investors, with
$4 billion?
more than $50 million coming from investors in the US. As the investors learned when they bought into OneCoin, the company was pretty much a pyramid scheme in which they were rewarded for recruiting their friends to buy it as well. And for a while, the shady multi-level marketing model seemed to be working for Ruja.
Okay.
However, in 2016, a lot of her investors started complaining that they were really struggling to sell their OneCoins and that they didn't see how they'd ever recoup their investments. Word started to spread online that OneCoin was a scam, which drew the attention of the media as well as federal investigators. Unfortunately, it was a little too late by then. Less than a year and a half after her
Damn, I would never buy into like a random ass crypto coin like people be doing, bro. I dead ass don't understand how niggas do it.
presentation in Wembley, Ruja got on a plane from Bulgaria to Greece and was never seen again. Disturbingly, during the investigations, a bunch of really messed up emails written by Ruja were leaked by federal investigators in which the crypto queen made it more than clear that she knew she was scamming people out of their hard-earned money from the very start. In some of her emails, she admitted that the company wasn't actually mining any coins, that her coin was trash, and that her investors were idiots for trusting her.
So, yo, I'm gonna be honest. How do you make money in crypto in an ethical way? Like if you create the coin. Like how do you make money in an ethical way? Because everybody that makes a coin gets in trouble for scamming. But like, is there a way to make a coin and not be a scammer? I don't understand. You can't? Oh. Ethical without being put on a most wanted list or going to jail.
In one of her
That's just in a legal way. How do you even do it legally?
emails, she proposed an exit strategy to her partner Carl Greenwood, which consisted of taking the money, running away, and blaming somebody else for the whole thing.
Hold on to it. Hope it retains value. But then, are you ever able to sell? Like, at what point can you sell and it's okay? You know what I mean?
During the investigation, Carl ended up pleading guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy to launder money,
So
for
does
which
not
he was
sell
sentenced
law?
to 20 years in prison. As it was later revealed, the FBI had been onto Ruja long before she fled from Bulgaria, even recruiting her American boyfriend to look into her company's practices for them.
Damn.
After learning about
They
her
was lying in
extremely
her.
sketchy business practices and her grand scheme to steal billions of dollars from investors all around the world, she was charged with wire fraud, money laundering, and securities fraud. This promptly landed her a spot on the FBI's most wanted list, becoming only the 11th woman to earn that distinction.
Damn, only 11 women ever?
Looking into her past to find clues as to what could have influenced Ruja to do something so nefarious, federal investigators found some pretty interesting stuff. As it turns out, Ruja was fluent in 4 languages, was extremely intelligent, once had a job at a high-ranking consulting firm, and had been obsessed with fashion and maintaining her image from a very young age.
Okay.
It was only with the benefit of hindsight that prosecutors were able to clearly see how she used all these qualities to carry out her malicious plans. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the FBI will find her anytime soon.
Bro, he still got hair on his head? Hey, bro, it's time to let it go, dog. Your shit is fucking shining in the front, bro. If your shit is shiny, bro, just cut it all off. There's no reason why you should even have any hair on your head if your whole head is shining like this. Why is there hair in the back? I don't understand.
It's been rumored that after fleeing the country, the crypto queen may have drastically altered her appearance with plastic surgery, and is believed to travel with armed guards at all times. Disturbingly, there have also been several allegations that she was murdered by an accomplice, but this hasn't been proven. If she is still alive, the FBI suspects Ruja is traveling on a German passport to the United Arab Emirates, Bulgaria, Germany, Russia, Greece, and multiple countries in Eastern Europe.
Okay.
Considering how elusive she's been since her disappearance almost 8 years ago, it's unlikely the FBI will ever find out what became of Ruja Ignatova
She
after
probably doesn't even look like the same person.
pulling off one of the largest financial scams in history. Arnaldo Yenz. On May 12, 2012, Arnaldo Yenz and his wife Estrella went out to celebrate their wedding in a black 2006 4-door Maserati.
Okay.
Less than 24 hours after the couple had said their vows, Arnaldo knifed his wife to death in the car, dragged her into the bathroom tub of her apartment in Burbank, Illinois, and disappeared without a trace.
What? Nigga, what?
When Estrella didn't come back to pick up her kids at school the next day, her family called the cops, who ended up finding Estrella's remains still in her wedding dress in her bathtub.
That's insane. That is insane.
Immediately, a nationwide search for Arnaldo was launched, but by that time the suspect was long gone. During the investigation, it was revealed that Yenz had reached out to a friend before fleeing and told him, "If anyone asks where I am, tell them I went to Mexico."
Okay.
Since then, the authorities have received multiple tips that Yenz may have fled to Durango or Tamaulipas, Mexico, where he's believed to be hiding out with family members. Initially, a $100,000 reward was issued for anyone with information that could lead to his arrest, but 4 years after he was placed on the most wanted list, the FBI increased the reward to $250,000. Burbank police have stated that in the past 12 years, they've received hundreds of tips about Arnaldo's whereabouts, but none of them had led to anything significant.
Yo, chat, would y'all, so I don't understand, because people like, family members will protect like people like this, right? Would y'all, like, let's say it's like your most beloved family member, they do some fucked up shit and they need you to help cover for them, bro. Y'all helping out? Or y'all just gonna leave them out to dry? I ain't gonna lie, hell no. Damn, I'm not going to jail. What if they give you a shit ton of money? Like, listen, bro, all we gotta do is go to like Dubai or some shit. We're good. They got that? I'm sorry. Damn.
After the crime, investigators traced his phone and determined that he had traveled from Chicago to Tennessee.
Are y'all snitching though? Or are you just saying no? Nah, that's the real question. Are y'all gonna snitch? Not snitching? I'm snitching? I'm not covering not snitching, just no. Gotcha.
Then to Arkansas, and from there to Hidalgo, Texas, very
Arkansas,
close to the
Texas.
Mexican border. They were unfortunately unable to determine where he went after that.
Okay. How much money
Police
they
have also
offering?
revealed that the car in which
5
Arnaldo
mil.
carried out his heinous crime was never found. If the suspect is ever caught, he'll be spending the rest of his life in prison for first-degree murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. But based on how things have played out since the last time he was seen, it's unlikely Arnaldo will ever pay for his atrocious crime. Vatel Om Innocent.
For 5 mil, I might be blind. Yo, bro, this nigga's last name is Innocent? Yeah, GG's.
As the leader of one of Haiti's largest and most violent criminal gangs, Craze Barry, Vatel Om Innocent, which do not let his name fool you, he is indeed not innocent, has terrorized the region for years, earning a spot on the FBI's most wanted list for his role in a string of brutal kidnappings and murders. In October 2021, he collaborated with the notorious 400 Mawozo gang to
and
carry
it's
out
after taxes? Nigga, there's... What do you mean, after taxes? There's no... That's just not tax, bro. It's fucking blood money. You ain't getting taxed.
the high-profile kidnapping of 17 Christian missionaries in Haiti. Disturbingly, 5 of the kidnapping victims were children, one as young as 8 months old. Held at gunpoint, the hostages were reportedly kept captive for 2 months while the gangs demanded a ransom of $1 million per hostage.
Oh, I think I remember this.
It was only after an anonymous donor paid an undisclosed sum to Craze Barry and 400 Mawozo that the missionaries were finally released. Based on court documents,
maybe I don't
Innocent
remember
and his
this.
crew ended up spending the ransom money on weapons. That same year, the Haitian president was assassinated, which caused Innocent's influence to grow exponentially in the chaos that engulfed the country. In the aftermath of the assassination, Craze Barry claimed new territories and expanded their ranks quicker than the cops could even keep track of. In 2023, Craze Barry boasted an estimated 600 members, many of whom were young children who were involuntarily recruited to serve Innocent's criminal organization. Almost exactly 1 year after the kidnapping of the Christian missionaries, Craze Barry kidnapped 2 U.S. citizens under Innocent's orders, Marie Odette Franklin and Jean Franklin. Unfortunately, one of the victims did not survive, while the other was held for a $300,000 ransom.
300K? 300K not that bad. I feel like y'all would bail me out, chat.
Somehow, Innocent still managed to walk away scot-free. In April 2024, CNN released an interview where Innocent brazenly showed off his luxury home, which sticks out like a sore thumb in the extreme poverty surrounding him. Surrounded by gold-rimmed couches and chairs, Innocent explained to the reporter how he came to power. In the interview, he shamelessly blamed Haiti's corruption on the country's politicians,
would you do it for us?
refusing to take any responsibility for his own actions. Interestingly, he also alleged that before becoming the leader of Craze Barry, he had once owned multiple legitimate businesses, including a hotel and a rental car company, but said his companies were destroyed by the government. According to multiple crime...
So the government destroyed his company, so he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to become a terrorist. Okay.
Analysts, Innocent was once a political activist before he turned to violent crime to maximize his influence. Back in the US, Innocent is wanted by the FBI for an insanely long list of crimes, including kidnapping for ransom, theft, murder, assault, vehicle theft, and destruction of property. There's a $2 million reward for information leading to his arrest, but with powerful connections and an armed gang, it'll be pretty tough to ever bring him to justice. Omar Alexander Cardenas. In 2022, the FBI released 2 eerie before and after clips of a man walking into and then running away from a shopping mall area on August 15th, 2019.
Okay.
The man seen in the video is 29-year-old Omar Alexander Cardenas, and let's just say that he didn't exactly go shopping in the time that elapsed between those 2 clips.
He robbed them?
After disappearing from the camera's view, Omar walked up to a man standing outside the Hair Icon barber shop at an outdoor shopping center and fired several rounds from his semi-automatic handgun at his head, killing him instantly. Immediately after committing the crime, Omar fled the scene a little after 4 p.m. as he can be seen in the eerie FBI footage. A suspected member of the Pierce Street...
How did they let this fat ass nigga get away with this crime? There's no way he outran anybody, bro. Are we fucking serious?
gang in Los Angeles, and often going by the nickname Dollar, Omar is suspected to have fled to Mexico to seek refuge among his relatives.
Oh, niggas is
in September 2021,
no
a federal arrest warrant was issued for the suspect after he was charged with murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution.
Got murdered by a Mexican EDP, bro. Are we serious?
To which he was pinned on the most wanted billboard. Even though he committed a brutal crime pretty much in broad daylight and didn't exactly shy away from the cameras after doing it, the cops seem to know surprisingly little about Omar. The only things they really know about
approximately 240 to 300 pounds. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's definitely it's way closer to 300, bro. You might be off, bro. He might be at 320. But
about him are that he's around 300 pounds, wears thick prescription glasses, has at least one tattoo, and is considered armed and dangerous. Which alone is hardly enough to track down a criminal who's crossed international borders to flee prosecution. With time, hopefully more information will surface leading to a potential
5'6", 300 pounds. Nah, it did say he's 5'6", right? Nah, that is insane. That is insane.
Extradition and arrest. But for now, it looks like Omar will remain a most wanted criminal.
Why did I think the FBI most wanted list has some like crazy niggas on here? Some of these niggas only committed one crime. See me to tell me if you commit a murder, you could just be on the FBI's most wanted list if you get away with it. And that's it. I thought it'd be like, like you fucking, I don't know, bro.
Yulan Adonai Archaga Karayas.
You know who should have been on here, bro? Fucking King Von when he was alive, bro. King Von had to be most wanted.
Back in the 80s, a gang known as the Mara Salvatrucha was set up to protect Salvadorian immigrants from other gangs in the Los Angeles area. Fast forward a couple of decades, and the Mara, or the MS-13 for short, had become one of the most brutal and violent criminal organizations.
Oh, he leads MS-13?
Nowadays, MS-13 has a strong presence in El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, the US, Canada, and even Spain. They engage
MS-13's in Canada?
In all kinds of criminal activity, from drug trafficking, human trafficking, extortion, murder, and racketeering, often using extreme violence to maintain their influence and control. For many years, a man named Yulan Adonai Archaga operated as the head of MS-13's criminal activities in Honduras, providing support and resources to the gang in Central America and the US with firearms, narcotics, and loads of cash. Often operating under his alias Porky, Yulan is wanted by the FBI for trafficking.
That's a weak name. Nah, that name hard, bro. That name hard.
Multi-ton loads of drugs through Honduras to the US, and for the killing of several rival gang members. Among Porky's colorful criminal charges, you'll find everything from murder to racketeering conspiracy to drug importation to possession of machine guns. Even though he's only around 160 pounds, Yulan is considered one of the most powerful men in Honduras, as the MS-13 gang has had the country in a chokehold for years.
That shit's tough.
The most shocking part of the story is that at one point, Porky had already been apprehended by the Honduran authorities and was even taken to a courthouse for a hearing on charges of murdering 2 Honduran prosecutors. But during the hearing...
Yo, don't ever disrespect Porky again talking about he looks petite, bro. That's not what I said, by the way. That's what someone in my chat said. I'm defending. Don't worry. I got this. Don't ever disrespect Porky again, love. Seriously, bro. Like, don't apologize to that nigga, bro. Right now. Right fucking now. Apologize to Big Porky, nigga. That man is not petite. That's an armed and dangerous man. Alright? You gotta show him respect. He does a lot of great things for this country.
20 armed men dressed up in the same clothes as the anti-gang police units walked into the building escorting a veiled suspect and suddenly opened fire on the guards. In just a few seconds, the men subdued the guards and safely escorted Porky out of the courthouse, killing 4 police officers in the process. For obvious reasons, Porky is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Due to the sheer nature of his crimes, the FBI is offering $5 million
What?
to anyone who can provide information leading to his arrest.
$5 million?
One of the things that makes it extremely difficult to track a suspect like Porky down is that he's taken every possible measure to fly under the radar. Although he's believed to still be in Honduras, he and his security team use untraceable numbers from Israel and Poland, and he goes to extreme lengths to keep his whereabouts a secret when he contacts his family. Although the hunt for Porky is far from over, he's likely to remain one of the most elusive and dangerous fugitives on the FBI's most wanted list for years to come. Alexis Flores.
If that's who they offered for $5 million, I'm no longer snitching. Yeah, bro, for $5 million, you gotta snitch on the most powerful, one of the most powerful men in the country, bro. Fuck no.
One seemingly peaceful afternoon in July 2000, 5-year-old Ariana De Jesus was playing on the street in Philadelphia with her sister and friends when her mom went out for a quick trip to the store.
Okay.
When her mom came back, she started living every parent's worst nightmare.
They were gone.
Ariana had been taken by a suspicious man. Immediately, her mother reported her missing, triggering a citywide search for the 5-year-old girl. In a desperate effort to bring more attention to the disappearance, Ariana's family and friends covered every neighborhood wall, light post, and stop sign with flyers and missing posters, but nobody had any clue what had happened to the little girl. Unfortunately, after a few weeks of searching, the cops found her unresponsive in the basement of an abandoned apartment building just a few blocks away from where she had been taken.
Damn, bro.
Disturbingly, the authorities also found a t-shirt featuring a bold political logo at the crime scene, which they deduced belonged to the suspect. During the investigation, a man came forward stating that he was pretty certain the t-shirt had belonged to a
bad time to dance. Oh, nah.
Guy he only knew as Carlos, a drifter he had once employed as a handyman. Unfortunately, despite the promising lead, the case went cold for several years,
what's crazy,
leaving
chat?
Ariana's family devastated and confused.
You deadass wouldn't be able to get away with this now because everybody has a fucking Ring camera. So, like, in 2000, you could commit a crime and just dip down the street. You cannot do that anymore. Everybody got a Ring camera. You're just gonna be seen, like, you know what I mean?
It wasn't until 2007 that the authorities were able to analyze the shirt again thanks to recent advances.
Bro, if I was in the 1900s or the 1800s, I would have been robbing every single bank ever, bro. I would have been worse than the niggas in GTA, bro. I would have been a fucking thief, bro. And they would not have caught me. They would not have caught me, bro. I would have been robbing everything, bro. Fuck it. What y'all gonna do? Check the cameras? Hell no. Y'all niggas don't got cameras.
And DNA technology, and what they found changed the course of the investigation forever. The DNA in the shirt was a perfect match with that of a man named Alexis Flores, who had been arrested in Arizona in 2002 for shoplifting and in 2004 for forgery. Unfortunately, by the time his DNA was linked to the crime, he had already been deported to Honduras years earlier for other, less serious crimes.
Ah, damn.
As the police would later find, finding Alexis Flores was going to be a lot more difficult than they initially thought. Throughout his colorful criminal career, Alexis had provided multiple fraudulent dates of birth and names. Despite his inclusion in the most wanted list, the only things the FBI really knows about him are that Alexis is around 5'4", 130 pounds, and has visible scars on his forehead and right cheek.
Okay.
Due to his crimes, he's obviously also considered armed and extremely dangerous. With a $250,000 reward on his head for the crimes of kidnapping and murder, you would think that someone would have come forward with information on this guy.
Bro, stop with the Bucky shit, bro. God damn, fuck Bucky.
But 24 years after the crime, Alexis has remained unfound. Wilfred Vas Palamino. The National Liberation Army, or ELN, is a Marxist-Leninist guerrilla insurgency group in Colombia.
What? A Leninist?
An army, or ELN, is a Marxist-Leninist
Bro, what the fuck is Leninist?
Guerrilla insurgency group in Colombia, often referred to as Colombia's last true insurgency and one of Latin America's most powerful criminal organizations. In the past few years, the ELN has expanded aggressively into Venezuela, thanks to which the National Liberation Army now has over 6,000 active members. Interestingly, for the first few decades after its foundation, the group mostly focused their efforts on kidnapping, extortion, and attacking oil infrastructure.
Okay.
But over time, the ELN stopped shying away from drug trafficking and became deeply involved in the international drug trade, earning them the attention of the FBI. In 2023, Wilfred Vas Palamino became the 530th addition to the FBI's most wanted list on multiple serious charges ranging from narco-terrorism to murder to drug trafficking. Often running under the alias The Hog, Palamino is a high-ranking member of the National Liberation Army who's been involved in a 20-year conspiracy to distribute drugs from Colombia to the US. Thanks to which a warrant for his arrest was issued back in 2020. Wilfred has also been accused of murdering multiple human rights advocates in Venezuela and the Catatumbo region in Colombia between 2017 and 2019. Due to his high rank and his responsibility in flooding the streets of Houston and other major U.S. cities with drugs, the United States Department of State's Narcotics Rewards Program is offering a reward of with drugs.
Bro, just seeing niggas like this, bro, just in the street. Hog, like H-O-G, like ball hog. He's DEO.
The United States Department of State's Narcotics Rewards Program is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to Palamino's arrest. As of today, it's a complete mystery where this guy is, but considering the ELN oversees the production of over 200 tons of drugs which are later distributed worldwide, obviously including the US, it makes sense why he was put on the list. Donald Eugene Fields II.
Yeah, why'd they save this nigga for last?
Since 2022, Donald Eugene Fields has been wanted by the FBI for the alleged trafficking of at least one child in Missouri between 2013 and 2017.
Okay.
According to the authorities, Fields took a 14-year-old girl and offered her to his friend Ted Sartori Jr. in exchange for cash, cars, motorcycles, vacations, and Christmas presents. Last known to live in Franklin County, Missouri, Fields has apparently been moving around the country since 2022, working sporadic jobs as a tree trimmer and independently selling used cars in an effort to fly under the radar. Based on court documents, it's believed that Donald probably took more than one victim, and that he might be hiding out with his girlfriend Jennifer Isgriggs, who is also wanted on a felony warrant for failure to provide child support.
This is a cooked couple. See, I could talk shit about this nigga. He not gonna kidnap me. Bro, this shit is cooked. Did you escape? No.
Since 2022, the cops have received multiple
I'm
tips
escaping tomorrow, though, on God. Sody, on God, I'm escaping tomorrow.
Indicating that Fields spent some time in the Tampa area, and as soon as they heard that, they started running Facebook ads with his face on a most wanted poster to ask for the public's assistance in locating him. Unfortunately, it's likely that by then, Fields had already fled to Stover, Missouri. The FBI has also placed large billboards with Fields' face in cities where he's known to travel.
Damn.
But so far, it seems like he's managed to stay a step ahead of the cops.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Why is the FBI so cheap? How is someone on the most wanted list, you only offering them $250K? You can't even buy a house with that. Are we serious? What's good, JHB? Bro, I just don't understand. Why, like, what am I gonna do with $250K? I gotta jeopardize my life for this? Are we serious? You can't offer me $1 million?
Earlier in
No, this is 2022, counter. He's been wanted since 2022. I don't understand. Up the bread.
2024, Sartori, Fields' partner in crime, pleaded guilty to his charges and will face up to 30 years in prison. He'll also likely have to pay $25,000 in restitution to his victim. Based on court documents, he'll be officially sentenced.
Wait. What?
And will face up to 30 years in prison. He'll also likely have to pay $25,000 in restitution to his victim.
$25,000? Yo, bro, this is...
At around...
What's this? She played a psychotic game and nobody believed her? This is also crazy true crime? Alright, bet. We'll watch it. Maybe not today, you're right, but maybe we'll watch it though.
Based on court documents, he'll be officially sentenced in early November 2024. As per the
Oh, he already got sentenced.
FBI's description of the suspect, Fields has multiple scars on his body.
Not the most wanted dude, but the other dude.
As well as a tribal print tattoo on his right shoulder. With such a big effort being made by the FBI to make this guy's face known, hopefully someday he'll be recognized by someone and promptly turned into the authorities.
Damn.
But for now, the cops have urged the public to consider him armed and dangerous.
Not gonna lie to you, that's weak as hell, bro. That's weak as hell. I just don't understand. Yeah. Nah, that's crazy though, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. The FBI wants to catch these people. Maybe they should offer more than weak ass $250,000, bro. But that's a W video, bro. What channel is this? Chilling Scares? Nice video, man. Wow.